I generally don't do these fragrance rotation videos, but there's 5 fragrances that I consistently keep reaching for lately because of the weather, the climate, the season, and how my vibe has been. So I'm gonna put you onto the 5 fragrances that have been in my current rotation. Let's roll my music so I can put you onto 5 incredible fragrances in my rotation.
We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Now, in really analyzing it, I'm impressed by my list, to be honest with you. They are very diesel fragrances, performance beasts, slightly animalic in some points, but very heavy, incensey, smoky, Heidi fragrances, real men fragrances, if I do say so myself, coming from a slightly feminine man. Now, these fragrances are in no particular order, and they are not the only fragrances that I wear, but they are the fragrances that I've reached for more often than the others. And looking at them like all laid out, because I was just going and picking them, I'm like, damn, that's a pretty badass list. And the first one is the Dawn. The Dawn. Just something about this fragrance, that fake gunpowder smell, that masculinity, that wet concrete, the minerality of this fragrance just gives me life, gives me energy in this cold weather, gives me kind of like that confidence boost that I'm looking for when I wear the Dawn. The Dawn is a glorious, glorious fragrance that I highly recommend people to try if you want to feel like a man. Next one. This for me has been one of the legendary fragrances of 2022, Royal Tobacco. When something is done right, it's done right. And what happened with this fragrance is it feels that, I don't know if it's the soap, I don't know if it's the lotion, I don't know if my skin's extra ashy that day. Whatever the case is, every time I wear this fragrance, it's something new. I'm discovering a new note, a new profile, a new layer, a new level of sexy that comes out of this stupid fucking fragrance that really intrigues me and drives me crazy. I love this fragrance. I love what it does on my skin. Sometimes it's a little bit too nutmeggy. Sometimes it's a little bit cinnamony. Sometimes the tobacco is just screaming Cuban leaf, just freshly picked and hydrated. There is layers to this fragrance, and I love this joint, and I reach for it a little bit more often than I should. Next one. With the same kind of enthusiasm as far as scent profiles changing, this joint by Oman Luxury Oud Aquileria has been nice. I've gotten a little bit of a chunk out of this joint, and I usually don't got chunks out of any fragrances because I'm not a heavy super sprayer, and obviously I have variety to choose from, but this has been one that I've been playing with more often than not, and it's just been extremely good. A very wearable oud. It's got the right amount of sweetness to it. It's got a nice body. Feels like it just flew back from the Dominican Republic or Colombia with some modified body kits for only $2,099.99. Oud Aquileria is definitely one of my favorites from the Oman luxury line, and I'm having a great time wearing this fragrance. It's a very easy reach for me in the cold weather, so that's why it's been getting some burn. Next one. This joint is a disrespectful fragrance. This joint is incredible. It's impressive. It's sexy. Super, uber masculine. If you like leather tobacco fragrances and this doesn't move you, then you don't like leather and tobacco fragrances. Zaharoff, leather tobacco. If this joint doesn't make you feel like an old school poster of a Marlboro Man or the Camel Man or a Clint Eastwood or some dude straddling a horse, pause. Like if you don't want to jump into a Western movie and pull out your 6-shooter and go out for a duel, question your life. Leather tobacco has so much body, and rarely do I make a ridiculous statement like this, but if he would have thrown another $100 on this fragrance as far as price point, I get it. There's fragrances that are way more expensive than this joint that don't touch it, don't even reach for it. This shit's got crazy body, especially in the cold. I have no idea how it's gonna do in the summer. I would dare to reach for this joint in the summer, just do a lighter spray. It's super good. It just encompasses cold weather vibes. I really love what this does on my skin. And finally, it's by the house of Marc Antoine Barrios, but it's not Gynamide. It's B683. B683 has this sticky sweetness with the right amount of spice beautiful, sexy, cozy amber and this little chili flake kind of essence. On the skin, it's so fucking incredible. I love this joint. This joint really slaps too. Another one that has a nice little dent, not crazy, but a nice little dent. I've been reaching for this a lot more recently along with these other fragrances. Man, I'm telling you guys, one that you should definitely sample. I mean, Gynamide is incredible, and let's not put that to the side. But B683 is not one that gets talked about because people ain't checking for it. Check for it and then talk to me. Just putting you on. These are the 5 fragrances that have been getting love in my rotation lately. I've been reaching for them. They hit the right spot. They tickle my taint. They play with my hymen. I like these joints the way they are. Don't change them. And I like how they seem to somehow manipulate off my skin in the cold weather. If you haven't tested them out, highly recommend you do. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Let me know what fragrances you've been having in your rotation, and if you share some of the same sentiments are these fragrances. I see ya snitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.